In September of 1996, Sega released Sakura Wars. Set in Imperial Tokyo with a steampunk twist, you and your mech-piloting theater troupe seek to protect Tokyo from supernatural threats. As a game, the franchise evolved over the years from its original turn-based visual novel-esque roots, with the most recent entry incorporating a sleeker action combat system as well as more interactivity with the game's characters. Sakura Wars is a beloved adventure for its fans across the world, and for one by the name of Lord Zillion, he hopes to cultivate Sakura Wars' endearing popularity with a special project, Radio Sakura. Zillion was a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog growing up, so much so that he was curious to see what else Sonic's parent company, Sega, had available for its fans. His first console to himself was a Sega Genesis after buying it from his friend, and ever since, he's had a deep attachment for Sega's countless adventures. His first exposure to Sakura Wars would be a commercial for the second game, featuring the iconic Sega Taisen trio played by the actor Hiroshi Fujioka and Shisa Yokohama, the voice of the game's protagonist, Sakura.
Sakura Taisen,
I had no idea what Sakura Wars was for years, but that commercial, I think, was like the entry point for a lot of people in America, even if they didn't even know what it was.
Years later, a friend from his university's anime club recommended he try the game for himself.
It took me a while to actually play Sakura Wars, but once I did, I was instantly in love with the game and the way that it worked, and just because I was also getting into anime at this time, and it was basically to me like an interactive anime with strategy sections, and I just absolutely loved it.
His favorite among the Flower Division was Maria, the half-Russian, half-Japanese voice of reason for the team. Sakura Wars allows the player to chat with and spend time with the characters through its gameplay. Knowing her story as well as everyone else's is part of the appeal that hooked Zillion to the franchise.
I think it's amazing because it shows such a human side to video game characters that I think was so special, especially for a 1996 video game. They did an amazing job with showing the characters and building that world. And I can see how successful this was in Japan and how many people really love it to this day.
Zillion wanted to express his love of the series with others, and it's with Radio Sakura that he would show that passion.
Want a break from the ads? Look for the Sakura Wars playlists on Spotify. Mix the Hanagumi hits and shuffle your Flower Division favorites. Brought to you by Radio Sakura, home of the Hanagumi.
At a time where he was starting voice acting, Zillion took part in making his own covers and dubs for Sakura Wars on his YouTube channel, but found that radio had the best way of honoring some key aspects of the franchise's creative storytelling, especially when he started collaborating with others to bring the project to life.
We look back at the original Sakura Wars, not only was it live shows, it was also radio dramas, like audio CDs that would have the characters talking and they'd be telling stories through simply audio.
Together with resident SD from Radio Sega and his friend the Red Cap to set up his own domain, Radio Sakura was born in May of 2025.
This is Radio Sakura, the only radio that can say Teikoku Kagekidan 5 times fast.
Zillion was happy to get the project up and running, but the biggest challenge for him wasn't the technical aspects of starting and maintaining the station.
I think that a lot of the challenges for Radio Sakura are still quite a ways ahead of it, actually, because the thing we need to figure out is how many people are going to be interested in doing voices for Radio Sakura. How much traction is it going to get us? So when it comes to visual elements, we would really have to amp up like social media promotion and stuff like that, and really just like try and get as many people onto like listening to Radio Sakura as possible.
Zillion hopes his project doesn't just appeal to current fans of the franchise, but he and his team of creatives behind the project hope to bring an engaging, original twist to the franchise and characters that he loves. With Sakura Wars celebrating 30 years, Zillion hopes to continue building on Radio Sakura to find his special place as a Sakura Wars fan project, as well as his own credible achievement. Tune into Radio Sakura now at radiosakura.live. Have any questions for Zillion about it? You can send an email over to radiosakuralive@gmail.com. Thank you everyone for watching. My name is Dean with Melon Media, and join us next time for the freshest slice in geeky and entertainment news.